Another Sunday, and another day where you seem to be pretty dominant. I mean, it might not have been your very best stuff, but you were able to pitch. Seemed to have no problem pitching in and out of trouble, and racked up a lot of strikeouts. And I think it was 67% strikes today. So just filling up the zone, that seems to be the key.
Yeah, I like that you said 67%. I didn't know that. That gets me excited. Yeah, I mean, that's been the focus the last few weeks, especially, like getting first pitch strike, getting ahead, and staying ahead. Obviously, when you're ahead, it's easier to get hitters off balance, and so that's been my biggest focus, working through the ball, through the catcher, getting ahead with basically every pitch I have, and putting guys away early was the adjustment from last week to this week. Last week, I got behind in some counts, getting a little too excited to go to the breaking ball, but now, it was a little bit different. I was able to get ahead, stay ahead, and win early, so that was good.
So it was a little bit of a different approach today in terms of like what the pitch mix was and when you were throwing different things?
Yeah, so today it was actually primarily just two pitches, fastball, slider, working on the inner half, expanding. I did really good notes this week, trying to figure out the guys, what their hitting tendencies are, where their hands are. A lot of the guys have wrapped barrels, a little baseball jargon, but wrapped barrels, later to heaters. So if I'm attacking on the inner half, really establishing that I can use a slider on the outer half or breaking balls on the outer half to kind of freeze them a little bit. So that was the game plan, get on the inner half to these guys and expand with sliders late. For last week, like St. John's, it was attack the outer half and then use the slider as either get ahead or come from behind 3-2, 3-0 count, stay there. So yeah, definitely a different game plan.
So talk to me a little bit more. I'm a nerd about it. So talk to me a little bit more about the game plan and like what you're doing by yourself or how you're working through that with Roger and things like that, and just expand upon that a little bit.
Yeah, baseball nerd too. That's been a really big thing. Like again, the mental preparation is huge for me. So really focusing in on, say, a Friday game, or I'll even start on Thursday. Thursday night I meet with Coach Allman. He's our baseball development guy, and we'll look at the entire lineup, usually 1 through 9 of the previous week. And I just want to see swings and swing patterns in certain counts. So if guys have good breaking ball, okay, on the other team, I'm looking for what their kind of swing is looking like on that, just because that's how I usually pitch. So that's Thursday night, take some notes in my journal. Next, I'm put on the hitters chart. So I'm looking, again, this is in person, looking at each guy, lefty, righty, full 1 through 9. And I'm seeing what I personally view as tendencies in certain counts. Having a guy like Patrick on the mound, I don't necessarily have the same stuff as him, but I can get away with like kind of seeing where guys are in the box, if they're on the plate, off the plate, wrapped barrels, bird bats. So that's Friday. Saturday is the game chart, so I'm looking at, again, like pitch counts, where guys are being successful, where they're not being successful, and just paying attention to what's going on in the game. And then that night, I'm taking everything that I've done the prior 3 days, putting that in my notebook, and really just reading and going through that. So it's a lot of work, but I mean, for me in the preparation, like I know every pitch that I'm going to throw to these guys. I've visualized it before it's even happened. So you get into a big moment with the guy on second and third, 1-2 outs, and I'm executing sliders in those counts just because, I've been there, I've seen the at-bats. So that's what I need personally to get ready. That's why I love starting on Sundays, just because I have that time to prepare. And I like kind of the pressure of, this is the most, in my opinion, most important game of the week. You got to win on Sundays. That's when championships are won. So that's my focus.
Is this something that's new to you doing this year, or have you kind of always prepared in this way?
Completely new. As a reliever, you're not able to really do as much. You're spending a lot of time in the bullpen. And again, my coaches at my previous stops didn't have a lot of faith in me. Whereas here, again, have Coach Williams, who, again, best coach in the business, has ultimate faith in me. So I know I can go out there, no matter if I walk a guy or give up a hit, that he's going to get me back and I'm going to win the next pitch.
As you guys, get ready to head into these last couple games of, non-conference before the conference season goes, kind of give me your assessment of like where you feel you're at and where this team's at, as you get ready for ACC play.
Yeah, I'll start with the team. I'm excited to see younger guys that have only had like 1 or 2 appearances get in the next couple of days, especially before ACC play. We're going to need everyone. So I'm looking forward to just seeing the guys, the youth, get in there and, shove. Personally, keeping what I got going on, keeping the process, making sure the body's healthy, and sticking with what I've been doing, Obviously, if stuff goes awry and I don't have my best stuff, it's just about wiping it off and getting back to it. But, I'm excited. ACC play is what we've been looking forward to, and we're trying to make a run this year, right? So it starts here, and it's, coming up with these next 2 games.
Awesome. Thank you.
Of course.